Number 11, let's actually get into converting stuff. And so we've looked at statements of equality. We've looked at creating conversion factors. But let's actually do the calculation now. Let's actually do the converting. So, A, I'm going to convert 10.5 grams into kilograms. Now, I'm going to model this exactly how I want you to think about this, exactly how I want you to go through this. So, here we go. What I've been given is in terms of grams. I need grams to go away, and I need kilograms to be the new unit, so that grams will cancel out. What is the statement of equality that relates kilograms and grams? Well, for every 1 kilogram, there's 1,000 grams. Okay, now put that in the calculator as 10.5 multiplied by 1 and then divided by 1,000. You're going to get 0. See if I can even fit this in here. 0.0105 kilograms. B, I've been given kilometers, so I know kilometers on the denominator of my conversion factor so that they'll cancel out, and I can put meters up here. For every 1 kilometer, there are 1,000 meters. The question is giving me 1.57 kilometers. So I'm actually, into the calculator, I'm going to put 1.57 multiplied by 1,000, and I end up with 1,570. 1,570 meters. Looking at C. Well, we're going to have a big one. Big one here. Oh, did I want you to go the other way? Oh, well, here we go. So I've been given micrograms. Okay, and I want those to cancel, and I want to go in 2 grams. Okay, so for every 1 gram, I have 1 million grams. Sorry, 1 million micrograms, my bad. So for every 1 gram, there's 1,000 micrograms. Now I have 3.54 micrograms, and so according to my setup here, I'm going to multiply 3.54 by 1 and then divide that number by 1 million. So I'm going to end up with, actually, let me just show you a calculator. So we got the 3.54. And again, 3.54 times 1, okay, right here, equals, and I'm going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. I'm going to come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros before I hit the 3.54. So 0.12345 grams. So 0.0000354 grams. Calculator off to the side. All right, 3.5 moles into micromoles. So the unit the problem's given me is moles, and so I know I want to convert out of moles. So I need to put that on the denominator. I'm going to go into micromoles. Again, same idea as this micrograms. We're just talking about moles. For every 1 mole, I have 1 million micromoles. Okay, a big number here. I'm given 3.5 moles. Just like last time, this tells me to take my 3.5, multiply it by 1 million, and then divide by 1. So 3.5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Boom. It's a big number. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after the 35. So 3,500,000, which makes sense because 1 mole is 1 million micromoles. There's 3.5 moles, right? You can almost do that in your head. But we're not practicing this to be able to do stuff in our head. We're practicing to be able to use these crosshairs and the conversion factors in this way. So moving on to E. Let's see. So we have liters. So I know I want to convert away from liters into milliliters. That way liters will cancel. Well, for every 1 liter, I have 1,000 milliliters. The question gives me 1.2 liters, and so I'm simply going to multiply 1.2 by 1,000 divided by 1, and I come up with 1,200 milliliters. I should make these answer spaces a little bit bigger. Oh well. Next up, we have cubic centimeters. I know I want to get away from cubic centimeters, so I'll put that on the denominator there. My unit that I want is cubic meters. Remember, we had some issues on the worksheet here. 1 meter cubed is actually equal to 1 million cubic centimeters, so keep that in mind. Question gives us 358 cubic centimeters, and so after my calculation, I will have 0.000358 cubic meters. Lastly, problem's giving me milliliters. I'm going to want to convert away from milliliters and into cubic centimeters. Now, a statement of equality, a conversion that you're going to need to memorize, going to be very helpful for you in the long run, is that for every 1 cubic centimeter, I have 1 milliliter. They're the exact same volume, It's going to make it very easy for you to convert between cubic centimeters and milliliters, or from meters cubed into liters. Question gives us 548.6 milliliters. Okay, milliliters will cancel. My only unit left is going to be cubic centimeters, and so this value times 1 divided by 1, well, the value doesn't change. So 548.6 cubic centimeters. And one last, I want to remind you again, for all of these different problems here, yes, I know that you can actually do several of these in your head. I understand that. But I'm not trying to train you to be able to do problems in your head that are this simple. I'm trying to train you for problems down the line that are much more complicated that you will not be able to do in your head. So please focus on the process, on the system here. That's why I've included these crosshairs printed in these preparation problems. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever, please send me an email. If you have a question about a calculation, simply take a picture of whatever you're doing with your phone and include that as an attachment in your email, and I'll have a better idea of knowing exactly what's going on.